Hello guys, it's Rocky again. Welcome back to my another video on my channel. So if you've read the title and if you follow me on social media, which you should, links are below, you'll know I bought something on the eBay. I accidentally bought something. So yeah. Over the years I've owned or own pretty much every retro console that I can really think of or I'm interested in. The list that I haven't owned is getting smaller, and in fact it's very small right now. I think probably the top of that list is a Neo Geo, the home machine. I've already had the single board arcade MVS, so actual home AES machine. They're silly money. I wish I'd bought one years ago when they were a few £100. Now they're just silly. However, there are a couple of other exceptions, and there was one that popped up on eBay on auction, and they were willing to post it, and the bids weren't that bad. So I popped the bid in about 4 or 5 days before the auction closed, and forgot about it. And then, ping, I get the notification I've won it. I'm like, uh-oh. So, without further ado, it's not a great way to show it off. Unplug the controller, it's easier. We have a Milton Bradley Vectrex from, say, approximately 1982. Clearly being sold by somebody who didn't know what it was. She posted a lovely message and, oh, I've done this and I've tested that and I've done this and I've put a new fuse in it, thinking, fuse in the end of the plug type, that fuse. It's like, okay, clearly not a retro gamer. Clearly she's found it. I mean, I've cleaned it now, but it's been sitting for probably decades at this point, and it was exactly as she described it. As the way she understood it, she did test it, and she wrote how she tested it and what those results were. So, yes, it does work. Yes, it needs TLC as well. So I've given it a clean, and there's a lot of grime and dirt and dust again because it's been sitting. The controller. So when she tested the built-in game, she said that the fire button didn't work. Basically, what that means is button number 4 here it does work if you press it hard. It needs cleaned. The joystick, while it does self-center if you go left to right, if you go up and down, it doesn't really. So the spring's gone. It is an easy fix. The problem is you need to take this off. So you need to heat this thing up, and there's, I believe, 5 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's one around here somewhere. Take that off and you fix it. You can get new faceplates, but I'd really rather not. I'd rather just heat it up and get it done. But the game, it does work fine. 2 other games with it. Unfortunately, I didn't have any labels, but so I've got Scramble, which is a bit like Defender, and Berserk, which is fine. The machine itself does seem to work fine. It's a 40-year-old console that's been sitting for decades. I personally think the capacitors are on their way. Based on previous experience, they're going to need changed. Now, what puts people off a lot of these machines is that's a CRT in there, so there's hundreds of volts going through the flyback transformer. So if you don't discharge that properly, bang, that's dead category. So you need to, that's not messing about. People are scared of these. Plus, with it being a glass-fronted CRT, people don't want to send them. So I did pay £20 postage on it, which I thought was a bit expensive, until I discovered she sent it Royal Mail special delivery, which she paid £26 for. So I got it then. I bought it on like the Sunday, and like by the Tuesday lunchtime, it was in my house. Extremely well packed. I left a nice feedback. It works. I've wanted one for decades. I've only ever played one play Glasgow about 5-6 years ago, and that one had the exact same fault with the joystick. I played Mindstorm for about 10 minutes. The screen is amazing. This is one of those consoles that emulating it doesn't do it justice. That screen is so crisp and clear because it's a vector monitor and a raster monitor. Google it. This is remember, this is early 80s. This is an analog joystick. You can get adapters to use like digital control because that is just the old 9-pin D plug. You can get adapters to use other controllers. No, I think you're better with this one. I actually quite like it. My kids have had a good shot. They've enjoyed it so far. I think it'll be better once I've given it some more TLC. Certainly, there's not any scratches on the screen or anything. There was some just grime on it. I know there's a multi-cart available, and I know a lot of people go for that, and they're not particularly expensive. I probably will go for that. I have won another game today on eBay. This one does have one of the plastic overlays, so I actually want to win one just to see what they were like with the overlays, because unfortunately there's no overlays, but that's to be expected. I know you can get reproduction boxes made, etc. Overall, for what I paid for it, while I didn't expect to buy it, I am very happy with it. I mean, it's a very rare oddity that will never be... Nothing like this will ever exist again. It's all-in-one with a CRT, you know, vector. And on the vectrex hum is present, so it's forgotten how loud that actually is. For those of you who don't know, the vectrex hum is this hum that comes through the speaker because there's insufficient shielding between the speaker and the high voltage lines. There are fixes for it. I have seen them online. We'll see. Like anything retro and vintage, they're going to need maintenance. You know, while it works fine now, I could leave that sitting behind me for 2 years and then turn it on again and it won't work because the capacitors have died, or a component, something's just died on the board. I'm really happy about it, and it's such a unique thing. I highly recommend, you know, if you've ever had the chance to play one, it's so unique. Yeah, I'm really happy. So that's my latest pickup, Milton Bradley Vectrex. There isn't a date on it, but I suspect if I go looking, they only made these for a few years, so I'm figuring around 82 for easy maths. That's 40 years ago. This is a 40-year-old console. Very interesting, very unique, and so cool. So anyway, guys, that's my new pickup. If you've got one, I'd highly recommend. I'd actually like some game recommendations, because I've only ever played Mindstorm and, well, now Scramble, which I really enjoyed, and Berserk. I know there's a Star Trek game. There's none available in the UK at the moment. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.